Woohoo! How are you, Leo? This is your divinatory reading for November 2015. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, comments. It is what became the finished version. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do the format, and you've really voiced your opinions as you hear Bella in the background. And she is trying to voice her opinion to have Thomas join her. And yeah, that's why you hear her talking. Did you want to come and say hi to Bella? That was Bella saying hi. Making sure that you know that she's still here and she loves you guys too. So, Bella's I love her. Great dog. So, what do we have for November? Let's shuffle and we'll see what we have on the bottom. And on the bottom, the energy to work with, the perfected success. Ooh. Ooh, we got some good happiness beneath us. Okay, so this month, understanding that it's beneath you. Okay, remember to be grateful for what you have. Okay, and don't focus on the don't haves. Now, this is a general reading. And what that means is I put your sun sign, Leo, into the first house. Now, if your ascendant, which is your time of birth, okay, go to astro.com and put in your time of birth, all that information, and that will give you your ascendant sign. So that's what sets up your whole chart, your ascendant. So, Leo, ascendant, sun, or moon. Moon emotionally, which is I'm a Leo moon. So it will say how we will be affected emotionally. Okay? So, in the first house, we have, of course, the sign of Leo. Okay? Leo is that I will energy. Okay? It's the courage. Okay? You have the courage to do things. All right, so with the star card, that's kind of saying, yeah, what is your wish? What is your dream? What do you really want to do? What do you really want to be? Okay, remember what you have beneath you, the energy that you have to work with. All right, you have that 10 of Cups. That's that emotional happiness. You have the wish card in your first house. What is it that you want? What is it that you want to be? Okay? In your second house, you have the energy of Virgo. And Virgo is the organized, the analytical. And with Virgo, you also have Venus and Mars and Jupiter. And Venus and Mars are going to be huggy-kissy, you know, like they've been since October. Okay, they're going to be huggy-kissy in your second house of money, your finances. All right, so what are you organizing with your finances? Now, remember, Jupiter is going to be there, okay, in your second house for the next year. So Jupiter is multiplying. It's also, you know, spiritual values, spiritual quests. All right. Where are you putting your money? All right. Now, Venus is going to be in your second house. It will be in your second house until the 9th, and then it will go to 0 degrees of Libra in your third house. Okay, and it will finish up at 23 degrees. Mars is at 22 starting, whereas Venus is 21 starting. So as you see, they're in a tight conjunction. And then the 13th, Mars goes to 0 degrees of Libra, and they stay huggy-kissy pretty much until the 22nd. I mean, they'll start separating, yes, you know, at the beginning of the month, but it won't be, you know, you've got a good 3 weeks of huggy-kissy with Venus and Mars. And Jupiter, it's 16 degrees of Virgo, and it'll be 20 degrees of Virgo at the end of the month. So there's a whole lot of good stuff that's multiplying for you in your second house, of finances. And in there you have the Fool, okay? The happy-go-lucky, the carefree. All right. Now, what I'm hearing is like, yeah, organize your finances. Don't focus on the don't haves. Focus on what you do have, and how can you organize and spend that money for a dream of yours. All right. Don't think that it's not possible. Thought creates form. So what are you thinking? If you think you won't have, you won't have. All right. Faith, the size of a mustard seed, will move a mountain. But, there's always that but. You have to bring the shovel. So, you know, I mean, wish in one hand, in the other. Yeah, that's that old saying. So, you know, yes, your wishes are out there, but I was going to say it doesn't have a magic wand, but that won't work either. Where's your magic wand? Okay, now, in your third house of short distance travels, communications, you have the energy of Libra, and Libra is the balance. Okay, where's the balance in your communications? Now, in there you have Mercury. Mercury's in there at the beginning of the month. It just came out of a retrograde, so it's flying through signs. It is, let me see, we have 3 degrees. Oop. Yeah, we have 27 degrees at the beginning of the month, and then on the 3rd it goes into Scorpio, and Scorpio's in your 4th house of home. And then at the end of the month, well, on the 21st it goes into Sagittarius, and then at the end of the month it will be 14 degrees. Okay, so that's your 3rd, 4th, and 5th house. It's moving quickly, all right? Get your communication balanced. At the beginning of November, we're going to be talking about the home, communications with the home, about the home, what's up with the home, and then it's going into your 5th house, having fun, but then Saturn's also there. I'm getting there, I know. I keep getting ahead of myself. Okay. In your 3rd house, that 3rd house of short distance travels, communications, you have the 10 of Pentacles. So, don't be thinking that you don't have the resources available to you. Communicate what resources that you have. Okay? You might be finding resources in new places. Alrighty, so we're going into the 4th house of home, Scorpio, that I desire. Ooh, the deep, dark, secret Scorpios. We have a new moon. We have a new moon in Scorpio, and that is on the 11th. Okay, so we have a new moon that's already in a, sexy sign. And we have Venus and Mars. So there's going to be a lot of loving going on in November, which is very, very cool. And then remember, as it goes, that Mercury goes up in there. Okay, communications is a very good thing. Say what you mean what you say, don't say it mean. And you have a 4 of Swords, the rest from strife. So, keep those communication channels open, and you're going to find that your home, you're much happier in your home. Now, I am feeling travels in November, so be open. Be open. Okay, in the 5th house of fun, creativity, sex, children, You have Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is that I see. You see what's going on with your friends. And Saturn is in there, and Saturn is that Lord of Karma, the teacher, the lessons. Have you learned your lessons in dealing with your friends? Okay, it's like family. Sometimes it's family resources. So the Saturn, that lesson. Okay, well, is that part of giving too much to family, or is it not enough? Okay, because it goes both ways. All right, it goes both ways. That threefold law. One finger out has three folded back. All right. So what's your trigger? All right. Now, in the fifth house, you have the Prince of Pentacles. All right. So it looks like you're going to be receiving more energy than you're expecting. Those unexpected surprises that are coming in. It's like, I see good stuff coming. In your sixth house. In the sixth house, that's your work, your health, your daily routine, service. And you have the energy of Capricorn, and Capricorn is that I use. It's being grounded in work, and Pluto is in there. So what kind of work is being transformed for you? What in your health is being transformed? Now, Pluto is going to be there for a while. And Pluto is going direct. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Pluto is already direct. I'm thinking Neptune. Again, I get ahead of myself. So Pluto is direct, 13 degrees, ends up at 14 degrees. It's moving forward. But Pluto's change transformation. Okay? It's pulling us out of ourselves. What are we changing? What is your work changing? Are you getting on a new health routine? In the sixth house, you have the High Priestess. You have the power to create, to change, to make new things. What are you doing with your power? Are you giving it away, or are you using it for transformation and change? Okay, your work, health, are you taking care of yourself? In your seventh house. In your seventh house, you have Aquarius, and Aquarius is that I know. It's the humanitarian. Okay, so being a lover in your relationships is not unusual. You love everybody. In your seventh house. In your seventh house of relationships or partnerships. Yeah. Now, you have the Ten of Swords, the Ruin. Alright? Now, swords, mental illness, communications, travel, all depends on how it's aspected, and it's in your relationship house. So, what kind of communications do you need to communicate, or there's going to be a breakdown? So, in your relationships, as I say all the time, say what you mean what you say, but do not say it mean. Threefold. Do you want somebody to talk to you in a derogatory fashion? Well, then why do we think that we are entitled to communicate as such? And if we are in a place where the communication is a negative attack on us, well, step back. Okay? Is that a relationship that you really want? A good relationship should make you feel good. A good relationship should make you feel and be and do better. Okay? Is that the kind of relationship that you're in? Or is it a relationship where, wait a minute, I give and I give, and if I keep giving all of my eggs, there are going to be no eggs in my basket. Okay? You have to save an egg so that you can make new chickens. Okay? If you don't keep that egg for new chickens, well, then dang, who's making the chicken corn soup? You won't have any left for when you get sick. You know that is a good thing when you're sick. Okay, so in your 8th house. In your 8th house, you have Pisces. And Pisces is that I believe, the imagination. So when you're looking at other people's money, because it's in your 8th house, don't always believe what others say. Okay? Now you have Neptune in there. All right? Neptune is in there. It starts at 7 degrees of Pisces. And it's going direct on the 19th. It stays at 7 degrees. It's starting to go forward, so it's not moving. It's like, okay, we're going to start moving in this direction. Now, Neptune retrograde, the truth is revealed with other people's money. But now that we're going into, okay, direct, and chances of illusions, delusions, how are you handling the psychic visions, dealing with other people? That's a biggie too. Are you feeling and not listening to your gut, your God into thee? Okay? Now, in the 8th house, you have the Queen of Swords. All right? So you're seeing it, you're communicating it, dealing with other people's money. Okay, what kind of new deals are on the table? All right? It looks like there might be some legal signings. Okay? Don't cut yourself short. Don't cut yourself short to please someone in a relationship. All right? Now, in the 9th house, you have Aries. Aries is the I do. You know how Aries is always, bam, it's first out there. And the 9th house is higher learning, long distance travel, spiritual quests. And Uranus is that change, that transformation, that revolution. Well, Pluto's the change and transformation, but Uranus is just as much on. It's a little bit more expected or unexpected. Pluto will change a little bit over time, but Uranus is like flash. Where's that inspiration coming in? Where's that intuition coming in? What am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with these flashes of inspiration? Where are these flashes of inspiration? It's in your 9th house, higher learning, spiritual quests. Are you listening to when you are receiving those shots of information? Are you processing them? Are you at least, where'd that come from? Yeah, you would be surprised when you start paying attention to that divine communicating. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah. It's not hard, but we tend to tune it out because we don't want people to call us crazier if we're listening to voices. All right, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. A new beginning with money. A new flow in energy. Now, did you want to take a trip? Did you want to go back to school? Are you going on a spiritual quest? Because if you are, it would be very good for you to do that. All right? The unexpected. Do something unexpected that people, what? You want to be a what? Yeah. Because not every person does not think the same thought. Otherwise, where are all the inventions? Okay? So keep an open mind. What is it? What is it I want to do and be today? Because change and transformation is coming in your career house. The Tower. Okay? You have Taurus in there. Taurus is that I grounded. Taurus is I have. You know, I have resources in my career. But where is that change and transformation that is coming in your career? What kind of change do you want to do? Is it that unexpected that's associated with Uranus? Woohoo! Okay, in your 11th house, of friends, associates, hopes, and wishes, you have Gemini. Okay, Gemini is the communication. Gemini is I think. Alright, it's an air sign, of course they think. Sometimes I wonder how they think, but that's okay. I have a Gemini sun, so I can say that. Alright, you have a full moon. You have a full moon in Gemini in your 11th house, and that will be on the 25th. Okay, now you also have sorrow. You have a 3 of Swords. Alright, now full moons are the best time to get rid of what is not working, and that is a full moon in your 11th house. Now, where is it that it's just not fulfilling? Where is it that it is painful emotionally? And when you look at relationships and you look at the friends, look at your relationships with your friends. Now, there again, can you help a friend? I'm not saying don't give any of your eggs away. I'm definitely not saying that, because it's a great feeling to be able to give. And maybe that's why we tend to give away all of our eggs, because it's a great feeling giving them away. But then, wait a minute, I'm empty. My basket's empty. Okay? So, Cancer, the I feel, and it's in your 12th house. Your 12th house is that hidden. It's the closet that has all the skeletons in it. Alright? It is your hidden enemies, secrets. It is jails, institutions. Are you feeling? What are you feeling in that closet? Don't let those feelings in your closet affect you, okay? The Queen of Cups. Cancer, I feel. You are feeling emotionally for others who are less fortunate in the 12th house. Alright, you are feeling, you have great empathy for those because you feel it. You understand that constriction, but you're breaking out of it. You're breaking out of it this month. Alright? You know, you're bam, it's change, transformation, and you're on to really fantastic new things. What are your hopes? What are your wishes? Alright? Yeah, it's a little bit of elbow grease. You know, it's not just the seeds, honey. It's not just the seeds. It's that shovel. Yeah, Jack and the Beanstalk. He had a shovel. It wasn't just the magic seeds. Okay? So, what's your wish? Just make sure that you take that shovel. So, see you, love you, bye. Ah! What happened to your sun? Do you know what happened to your sun? Well, your sun is in your 4th house. I'm so sorry that I did not point that out when we were going around the beginning, okay? So that new moon in your home, the sun in your home, the sun in the 4th house in Scorpio, it's going to be shining on you, honey. What's going on in your home? Okay? So, I had to quick put a PS because it was kind of important. If it wasn't that important, but it was. So, excuse me for that brief interruption. Now, I will let you go back to what you were doing. See you. Love you. Bye.